In the off season, what time have you spent with Mike Matthews to get that relationship going, and what have you seen him develop in?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with him. He came out to Cali and trained with me a little bit, so got to get some extra reps with him out there, and really just we got a new scheme in, and just him dialing into the new scheme, and yeah, man, just us building our rapport.
What's that something with Jake been like, and just how much has he kind of grown since this time last year?
Who
Jake McLean?
Jake, yeah, man. Jake's grown tremendously, man. Really my brother, man. I love Jake, man, and he pushes me every day, man. But yeah, no, overall, him as a player, man, he's improved. Just with the offense, getting the offense down, and just him being comfortable out there, I think he's improved a lot.
Nico, a lot of talk about you being a more vocal or a better leader, and I know the coaches have talked to you a lot about that. When you look around, being the older statesman now,
Yeah.
what is your challenge for yourself as a leader? What do you have to do?
Yeah, I think just for me getting out in front of the whole team, really, I got comfortable with, speaking to my individual position groups and, the offense. I think when it just comes to, letting the whole offense and defense and, the whole team hear your voice, I think that's been the biggest thing for me. Just stepping out my shell, man. I wasn't very comfortable, speaking in front of large, crowds and stuff like that. But I've taken that next step, and that's something I'm continuing to work on.
How much are you pushing on the receivers? Because they don't have an elder guy. How much are you kind of pushing, dragging, pulling those guys along?
For sure, man. I've taken that leadership role and trying to lead the young guys in the receiver room. We got a lot of young guys in there. And obviously Chris Brazel taking that next step and taking lead of that receiver room. I asked him to watch over those young guys and make sure they're ready to go when their number gets called. So I think just collectively us as a whole, us doing it together has been a big part for us this spring.
Nico, did you take anything from Cooper, Dylan, Peru last year? Did they say anything to you about kind of taking that step as a leader?
Yeah, always told me to be myself, man. They know I'm not the loudest. They know I don't, I'm not the rah-rah guy to, get everybody. But at the same time, I need to be, in certain instances. And yeah, man, they just told me always be myself, man. You don't got to be nobody else. Don't change yourself to, try and portray this image of a good leader. Just to be myself, and I feel like I've been doing a good job at that.
Do you feel like it's your time to sort of step into that leadership role? Obviously, you had Joe when you were a freshman. You had those guys last season that were maybe bigger voices. How long did it kind of take you to realize that now you've got to kind of be one of those loud voices on an offense with a lot of new faces?
Yeah, sure. I think last year was really for me the time to go. Me just taking that starting role, and me being loud last year. I think I obviously had a lot of support with the vets and Coop and those guys. But man, this year has been a challenge for me to take that next big step. I got some help from guys like Miles, Ethan Davis, and our whole leadership council. I think just have helped me with that.
What did you address today? Coach Halsey said there was something that got under your skin today that you addressed with the team. Effort or?
I think I'd rather not discuss what we did as a team. What happens out there stays out there on the field.
Nico, when you assessed last year, when you got away from it, got healed up and mentally kind of recharged, what is your takeaway from what you did last year? What's the next step for you this year as a quarterback?
Yeah, I really say, just comfortability when I'm going out there for each game. I think my preparation has to take a next step, and man, I think just overall, just me being a player and me playing at the top of my game, I have to do a better job at that every game this year.
Was it harder last year than you thought it would be? Was it times easier? Was it more inconsistent than you wanted it to be?
Yeah, I think just as a whole, there are several games where I think as a whole we didn't play at our full potential, man, and man, I think it all starts in the off season and just building rapport with the guys and holding guys accountable, just building that trust with the guys. I think it all starts now.
What part of your game are you most confident in heading into the spring?
Yeah, for me, I think it's just me knowing the offense well and just playing fast. I think just the more you get comfortable in the offense, it allows you to play free. And man, I think that's where I'm at right now.
Did you call Mike to come out to California? Or he call you?
I told Mike to come out to Cali. Chris was supposed to come out, he couldn't make it. But yeah, I told Mike to come out to Cali.
Do you think he has the potential to be that sort of number one, that go-to guy that you're looking for?
For sure. Yeah, I think Mike and Chris and Braylon Staley, I think, all three of those guys got the opportunity to be number one.
Nico, where are you at weight-wise, and where do you want to be, what come the season?
Yeah, weight-wise, I'm at 220 right now. I want to get up to 225, 230. Just to be able to endure some of those hits. Yeah, I think I'm at a good spot right now.
Where did you finish last season?
Last season I was playing at around 215.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach Halsey mentioned you guys left too many big plays on the field last year. There's obviously a lot that goes into that, but on the plays where you maybe saw things you could have done differently to help with that, is there a main theme or two that you feel you might need to do at a higher level, I guess, to hit more of those?
Yeah, I think just timing, with our receivers, man, a lot of miscues out there that happened last season, and I think that was just, us not being on the same page. So I think the more reps we get in practice and, just keep practicing, so, in the game time it's easy.
How do you think that trip in Cali has helped you and Mike be on that same page, especially when you came back here to Tennessee?
Yeah, it's been great, man. I think it definitely, strengthened our bond. Just him coming over to my house and, in Cali, just seeing what it's like in California. I think, it just strengthened our bond. And, yeah, man, Mike got a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see him go out there and, execute.
Anything you showed him around? Did you show him around?
Yeah. I showed him a couple places. Went out to eat and, smoothies, and went to play a little bit of basketball. So, yeah.
No volleyball?
No volleyball.
Did you know Wendell? I think he's from Long Beach.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
knew
know
Mo.
him?
I went to high school with Mo. When he was a senior, I was a freshman. No, when he was a junior, I was a freshman. And then I ended up transferring out after my freshman year, so I never really got to play with Mo. So I always knew Mo and, his whole family in high school, and it's crazy how, it spins full circle, and now we're on the same teams.
Is there anything that excited you about what you knew about him in high school when you found out that he was coming here?
Yeah, man, I always knew Mo was a dog, man. He a dog, and he gonna hit somebody. So I'm glad we got him on our team, and yeah, I can't wait to see him work too.
What's it been like adding Amari Jefferson into the room?
Mark Jefferson, man, yeah, it's been great, man. He's only been out with us, just catching balls so far. He's still coming back from a little bit of injuries and stuff. But yeah, man, it's been great to have Mark.
How's life different with a different center? How's it different for you? And I know
Life
you haven't
different?
scrimmaged yet, but how different is it?
Yeah, man, Coop was one of the best to do it, man. So, yeah, man, Sat's taking on that role, and yeah, I can't wait to see Sat play, man. I think he's been a great piece for us, even last year, just coming as a freshman, taking a lot of reps in practice. So I've always had a good rapport with Sat, too.
Does it put more pressure on you? Do you have to communicate more with a younger center compared
Yeah.
to what you had with Cooper?
I would, because obviously, Sat knows his stuff, and I'm not going to take anything away from Sat. But yeah, I try and make sure protections are right, and make sure we're in the right position to execute the play for sure.
What is something that Mike Matthews is doing now that maybe wasn't quite there last year that's really helping out that connection between you guys?
Last year,
Like something that he's improved that's really helping both of you out.
yeah, I think just his ball skills, man. He has great ball skills, and just him being out there more. Last year in spring ball, he was still coming back off a hamstring injury and stuff like that. So I didn't really, get as many reps as I wanted. But yeah, no, this year Mike has, taken that big step, as showing up as a pro every day, and coming to work.
We saw Boo Carter catch a couple passes the other day at practice. Are you buying him as a receiver?
Yeah, man, he's primarily a DB, but yeah, I love seeing Boo on offense. The little chances we do, and yeah, man, I love seeing that man go to work.
Is he chirping? We've heard he chirps a little bit when he's a
Oh
wide
yeah, Boo
receiver.
talk a lot, man. Boo talk a lot, man. That's since we used to play tournaments in high school together, man. Boo always gonna talk for sure.
What's it like having like a personality like that at the wide receiver spot?
It's great, man. I think he rubs off on a lot of our guys, and because I wouldn't say a lot of our guys are big talkers. So when he comes over, he kind of probably brings that energy a little bit. So yeah, it's great having Boo.
At those tournaments, was he on offense or defense or both?
Boo was playing both with me. So he was in the slot and then playing corner or safety. So Boo's always been a great piece that I've seen.
Early thoughts on Travis Smith, what you've seen now?
Yeah, Travis Smith, man, that's a big dude right there, man, and he can run for sure. You seen him out there today make a couple plays, and yeah, man, he's a young guy, and when his number gets called, I think he'll be ready for sure.
All right, thank you, Nico.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.